Getting started with SmartMinutes, you'll receive an invitation to set up your password and log into your account. Once you log into your account, after setting up your password, you'll end up at your homepage. With this Teams or Zoom integration, then you will have your completed, future, and recurring meetings showing up on these tabs. In this example, the Teams integration has not been set up, and we are just planning to use it with Paste Your Transcript as a light feature. So let's just see how to do that. So we go into Settings, Connection. So we are now connecting SmartMinutes to our Smartsheet account by authorizing access. Now our SmartMinutes is connected to Smartsheet. We're going to add a destination sheet from our Smartsheet account. So we click Add Sheet, and you can see your sheets and workspaces. And you can drill down into any workspace using the arrows, select one or more destination sheets, and click Add. And your destination sheet has now been added. So you have given permission to SmartMinutes to write meeting outcomes to these destination sheets. Now we are going to mirror our SmartMinutes to our Smartsheet account. So we click Mirror. This takes a couple of minutes. What mirroring is doing is creating a copy of data on your SmartMinutes account within a Smartsheet workspace. So as you can see, the Smartsheet account just has a couple of workspaces over there. And very soon, it is automatically going to create a workspace called SmartMinutes Workspace. Creation of that workspace, or mirroring as it's called, helps us to choose how we want to work with SmartMinutes. Do we want to access it on a day-to-day basis through our browser? Or do I prefer just inside of my Smartsheet workspace for day-to-day functions? One of the things to note is you can add destination sheets only from your SmartMinutes account. Once added over here, they will sync to your mirrored workspace. And as we can see, there is a SmartMinutes workspace that has been created automatically by SmartMinutes. Primarily two assets we have to interact with. The first asset is number 2, use this report for configuring meeting settings. So we're going to click it, but what we're going to see is a blank report inside. However, if we were using this with a Teams or Zoom integration, you would see your completed, future, and recurring meetings within this sheet. And you could select your destination sheets and choose what you want to send to your sheet and your email from this report itself. Or you can do the same from your SmartMinutes account on your browser. Now, in this particular example, we are not using the Teams or Zoom integration. We only intend to use Paste Your Transcript as a light way of using SmartMinutes. So we're going to go to asset number 3, which says Paste Your Transcript. This is a sheet, and what this has is a few very obvious columns. There's meeting title, meeting date, paste your transcript, and then some options to choose our destination sheet and to order SmartMinutes to send the meeting outcomes to our chosen destination sheet or our email as needed. So let's take an example of this. We're going to access a raw transcript. This is, of course, a dummy transcript, nothing confidential in there. And then there's meeting date. We select our destination sheet, but we also need to add the email IDs of our recipients first. Very important. Is of the participants of the meeting, who you expect that the transcript is going to assign tasks to. So if we don't have a complete list over here, the transcript will not understand which email IDs to assign those tasks to, since we are using it without the Teams or Zoom integration. So it can't see the list of meeting participant email IDs. And now, once all of this is done, we're going to save our sheet and click Send to Sheet or Send to Email using the checkbox. And we're going to save and refresh. It's going to take a few minutes. The sheet is going to communicate to SmartMinutes that please take this transcript and send it to the sheet. SmartMinutes is then going to execute on that command by reading the transcript and reading the sheet. Maybe we go back to a SmartMinutes account, and then it's going to transform those meeting outcomes and write them to the selected destination sheet. SmartMinutes will then come and update the sheet in your mirrored workspace, and you will see a status over there which should be completed for a successful run. So you know it's landed up in your sheet or your email. This loop typically takes around 4 minutes to complete. So be patient, and then you can refresh your sheet, both your destination sheet and this sheet, to see the corrected status on the sheet. And your destination sheet will, of course, get the meeting minutes that are structured as risks, issues, actions, and decisions. After waiting for a couple of minutes, usually takes 4 or 5 minutes, you'll see that your destination sheet is populated with the meeting outcomes, and everything is classified as a task, risk, issue, observation, or decision. Email ID type columns and date type columns should be appropriately mapped. And now we go to email. Since you had also, in this example, opted to send these meeting outcomes to your email and your sheet, and you can see a similar structured table has been sent to your email. Now, this is when you're sending it to your email using Paste or Transcript, it's a default structure, and it does not mirror your sheet columns, because it's sending to your sheet and it's sending to your email as 2 separate runs. So it's generating the meeting outcomes twice when you're doing it via Paste your Transcript. However, when you're using the Teams and Zoom integration and you say send to sheet and email, then it's exactly the same meeting outcome, identical, that is sent to your email and your sheet. When you're doing it with Paste your Transcript, because it's 2 separate runs, there may be slight variations in the content, and also the template of email will be a default template and not the same as your sheet. So that's the difference between using it via Paste or Transcript and using the full Teams or Zoom integration. This will come as an editable table on your email, so you can delete a row, you can add some text, edit, and loop in whoever you want to into the email and forward it on. And now let's just go and look at our status. So as you can see, the status columns on the Paste your Transcript sheet in our SmartMinutes mirrored workspace has been complete. So this is telling you, yes, I've already completed the job, the run was successful, the meeting outcomes have been generated and sent to your sheet and email respectively. You can also use Paste your Transcript directly from your SmartMinutes account on the browser without going through your mirrored workspace. And it's the same list of fields. You add in the meeting topic, paste your transcript, add the meeting date, and enter your participant email IDs without any spaces. There should only be a comma without a space in here. And then you send to sheet, and you can choose your destination sheet from your added destination sheets, and you can send it. And this is now, again, live, analyzing your transcript, analyzing your sheet structure, preparing those minutes, and will write to your sheet. Again, takes typically between 2 to 4 minutes and gets done. One point to note is this is because we're using it in the light way, which is Paste or Transcript. If you're using it with the Teams and Zoom integrations, at that point, you can already see all your scheduled meetings, completed meetings, recurring meetings, and you can either before or after the meeting, choose your destination sheet and just toggle on your settings, which is send to sheet, send to email. When the transcript is available, SmartMinutes is going to write those meeting outcomes to your sheet or email automatically in the backend without you having to do all of this copy paste your transcript. However, this is a light way of using it without the Teams integration and a fast way of using it. So